Happy Monday. On Politics read, Donald Trump argued against allowing the Justice Department to review documents seized from Mar-a-Lago while a special master independently reviews the records, under a court filing Monday. Trump's lawyers called the criminal investigation unprecedented and misconduct. U.S. District Judge Aileen Cannon temporarily halted the investigation while the independent review is conducted. But she allowed the Office of the Director of National Intelligence to continue its security assessment of the documents. In a separate filing Monday, Trump's lawyers objected to the government's two candidates for special master, without explaining the opposition in detail. Trump's lawyers argued that Cannon could hear their complaints. A former federal judge in Manhattan, New York who served similar special master roles in the investigations of Trump lawyers Rudy Giuliani and Michael Cohen, a retired federal appeals court judge for the District of Columbia Circuit. It's Amy with today's top stories out of Washington. This Army veterans campaign is spending millions to unseat Marjorie Taylor Greene. On January 7, 2021, Marcus Flowers resigned from his position as a federal government official and decided to run for a congressional seat in Georgia. His opponent, Republican firebrand Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, unwittingly helped spur the decision through her unrelenting, and groundless, claims that widespread election fraud led to Joe Biden's victory over Donald Trump. Greene first grew in notoriety due to her embrace of the conspiracist QAnon movement. She has since spent her first term without committee assignments, feuding with colleagues and refuting any ties to the January 6, 2021 Capitol attack. Greene's campaign did not respond to USA Today requests for an interview or comment. An Army veteran with a background in intelligence and electronic warfare, Flowers says he's seen the chaos that extremism and disinformation can sow within countries and communities. The big lie that Marjorie Taylor Greene and others have been pushing for the last couple of years, that's not helping us, Flowers said, referring to the false election claims. That's not who we are here in Georgia. If money is an indication, it appears Flowers' message resonates. Americans from around the country have poured millions into Flowers' camp. Flowers and Greene have raised, and spent, more than $7 million each since the cycle began in January 2021, making the U.S. House race for Georgia's 14th congressional district the costliest this election cycle. Real quick, stories you'll want to read: big races in Delaware and Rhode Island to wrap up 2022 primaries. The 2022 primary season wraps up Tuesday with a variety of contests in 3 small states, most notably a Republican showdown that could have a big impact on the entire U.S. Senate. A pro-Donald Trump election denier and a more traditional Republican legislator are battling for the nomination to oppose Senator Maggie Hassan, DNH, a potentially vulnerable Democratic incumbent. The race involving retired Army General Don Bolduc and State Senator Chuck Morse highlights a final primary day that also includes statewide and legislative races in Delaware and Rhode Island. This is the last set of primaries before Election Day, November 8. With control of the U.S. Senate at stake, Republicans at one time saw as a chance to flip a Democratic seat. But Governor Chris Sununu, a popular Republican, announced he would not run for the Senate, opening up the nomination to a less well-known challenger. The chamber is currently divided 50-50 between the parties, with Democrats in control because of Vice President Kamala Harris' tie-breaking vote. The next majority depends on results from a few closely contested states, including Georgia, Arizona, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Want updates on the Royals' next move? Crown Our latest newsletter, Keep Calm and Carry On, answers all of your questions about the royal family and what's next following Queen Elizabeth's death. This article originally appeared on USA Today. 2022 midterms, the costly race to unseat Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene.